Very good. Welcome everyone and thank you for joining me. I'm just going to tweak the screen. Great. Yes, let's have a look at some Master Joe Locke style Tai Chi today. So we're going to begin in an open stance for Wuji and float the top of the head up, the chin slightly down and back, and we release and relax through the body. Just take a few moments and breathe and calm. Calm down and listen behind. Let's find all 10 fingers and gently press them down. And scoop. Feel for the tailbone. Gently lift. Guide the hands into center. Feel through to the back. Lift and relax down over the front. Feeling up the back, over the shoulders. Feel to the fingertips. Relax back down to the waist. Turn the palms. Deep breath, lift, gather as much good energy as you can, and breathing out, release, relax down through the center. Scoop around and lift. Turn, press forwards and up, open and around, back to the waist, massage for the kidneys. Let's do it twice. Press down and away. Resting level with the waistline, breathe. And turn the palms, give your back a little rub. Good. Now, I'm shocked it's actually warm in here today. Maybe our heat has come on automatically. Good, let's try again, please. Relax the arms down. I'm going to take a layer off. There is a phenomenon that happens when you're doing Tai Chi and Qigong. Sometimes as you work, all of a sudden your inner heat switches on. I even know one colleague of mine who says when she's given Tai Chi adjustments, it's like turning her radiator on, and all of a sudden, internally, she's warm. So it's sometimes difficult for me to gauge, is it warm in here or is it just me? Is it the Tai Chi? Let's try again, please. This time we'll just flow through in silence. Allow your breath to flow, please, and really feel, listen into your hands especially. I want you to pay attention to any subtle energetic experiences as well as the obvious ones. So throughout this practice, the hands are your listening device. Are we ready? We lengthen up, please, the chin slightly down and back. Take a few moments to calm. Lengthen the fingers down. And we begin. Breathe and rest into your lower body. Good. And give your back a little rub. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, my temperature has changed quite a lot. I've gone from hot to a little bit cool. And this can happen as well, folks. Relax down, feet into one side and close. Good, recover and a little heel tap. I remember studying with one of my masters for many years. I was doing daily classes, and throughout that time, at the beginning of class, he would decide what clothes he wanted to wear, and he would just stay like that throughout the class, whether it was inside or outside. Whereas I was constantly putting layers on and taking layers off. I was going, why am I having to do this? Because I'm cold and then I'm hot and cold. And he says that with enough training, you can regulate your own temperature very easily. Whereas if you have some imbalance, or if your energy has not yet been what's the word, like you're working metal, you temper your system. So if your system is not yet tempered, then you can feel hot and cold at various times. So I think maybe it's just because I'm a little run down coming up to the holidays that I'm finding that my temperature is fluctuating again a little bit. So it's good to observe and acknowledge and work with your body's needs, rather than just forcing your system to cope with whatever's going on. So if you do get cold, pop another layer on, that's okay. We will continue to work on tempering the body, excuse me, until it regulates beautifully the temperature all on its own. Okay, so let us now have a go. We'll do a little bit more warming exercises, please. Warming up, and then we'll look at our Phoenix form. So let's do a little rotation, please, of one leg. So we have the heel lifted. You can, if you can rest just on the very tips of the toes, but I want you to keep your hips level, please. Very good, and let's change direction. Lovely, and shaking out, and on the other side. And change direction. Good. Giving you an easy exercise today, just doing the legs on their own. Now we will lace the fingers and soften the knees. And we think of rolling one side and then the other. But turn the center. You're not having to do a big body movement. We just turn the center and that rolls the arms forwards. Do you see what I'm doing? One wrist and then the other. I see so many variations of this as I look around my class. Some students just really struggle with this exercise, and it's not actually that difficult. In concept, the concept is simple. All you do is bring one wrist up and forwards, the other wrist up and forwards. So you don't have to do everything. You just set the body in motion and everything else will do itself. Good. All right, so let's try in the other direction. We go back. Now, often we'll put the hands and the footwork together, but today I decided, look, let's just focus on getting these movements right and well, because otherwise you see people just kind of doing something and looking a bit confused. And I'd like you just to get this nice and clear. So you're turning your center and you just lift one wrist up and back, and then the other wrist up and back. And all the other complex stuff that's going on does itself. It's a bit like a choo-choo train with the metal bar moving. It's moved in a circle and everything else just happens. Good. All right, and shaking out, please. So that's your homework. That's something to play with over the holiday period. You can try to get the arms and the legs to move together. So hands moving forwards as the foot rolls out, and hands moving backwards as the foot rolls in. I've never actually tried it the other way, but that would be a brain teaser that you could play with. So you could go out and backwards. Ooh, yeah, that's weird. But it works. And inwards and forwards. Yeah, it works. It's fine. So you can play with it. It is good brain training. Let's try it on the other side briefly, please. So we go forwards with the hands, outwards with the foot. And inwards with the foot and backwards with the hands. So that's the standard way of doing it. You can then play with it to your heart's content. You can mix it up, but for now, that's what we're doing. Good. So any little puzzle, if you like, stimulates our brains to grow stronger. So if you've been doing an action all your life, even if it's a complex and difficult and virtuoso action, even though it is good for us to do that, it's not challenging and growing the mind. It's not growing the brain. Whereas doing an exercise that you're not used to doing, that is new to you, is going to develop your mind and your brain in a new way. It's very, very useful if you're going through a traumatic experience to puzzle over something new, because it distracts you. It brings your awareness into something productive and interesting and helps your brain to develop in a curious and playful way, as opposed to dwelling on things that are upsetting you and aren't changing. It's very, very useful to do these puzzles. It actually brings about a hormone release, a happy hormone release. It helps release melatonin. We were talking about that before class, which helps you to sleep. So doing puzzles and challenging the brain in interesting and curious ways helps our system to heal. Good. Okay, so let's do some hip work, please. We go open stance and we go into the four corners of the hips, and we allow the rest of the body to move. So as the hips go to one side, the head goes to the other. And even though this is a simple exercise in concept, the body is a complex mechanism. So all of the joints are influenced by this swirling of the waist. Can you feel the forces gently imposed on the body as you do this movement? Mindfully connect. Notice the joints moving and how they move. Good, let's very gently, slowly change direction. So isn't this interesting? It's a simple movement, or rather a simple concept, and yet, because we are a complex being, it can feel very complex, it can feel difficult. So don't despair if you're struggling to get this perfectly. Again, it's a challenge, it's a puzzle. We want to investigate our own being as we move. How does it feel as we move? What happens within the system? The more aware we are of what's happening, the more we have a chance to influence it, to work with it, to be in control to a certain extent. Good. Let's come back to the center. Our next exercise, very similar. We're going into the four corners, but now we're connecting the movement down into the feet. And the rest of the body, the upper body, remains neutral. We're not actually swinging around above the waist. Feel into the four corners. Feel how the movement within the hips directly influences the weight and the connection with the feet. It's kind of like pointing a laser beam down to the four corners of your feet. Keep the feet planted. And notice the movement inside the hips is small. It's not a big movement. And yet, look how much it can influence what our stance, our position. And this is key to all Tai Chi. If we do this exercise, we're learning that the little intention from center creates all the change in the rest of the body. Let's change direction, please. Breathe. Good. So this exercise is your go-to as far as our Master Chen is concerned, Grandmaster Chen. He wants us to do this exercise a lot. It is very soothing. It has this rocking a baby type beautiful rhythm that really helps the mind relax. It helps the body release any tension. It helps to harmonize the muscles that wrap and connect the pelvis and the legs together so that our structure has a chance to sit in its best alignment. So this exercise is his sort of secret weapon for getting as much out of your Tai Chi as possible. If you do this exercise plenty when you do your standing practice, things will just harmonize so much easier. And therefore, when you're doing the rest of your practice, it'll be really clean, really nice. But a lovely exercise in itself. Good. So minimum, when you're practicing this, I want you to do 30 squares in each direction. Now, I say that minimum. Often when we're in class, we don't do as many as that. But in your own practice, or when you are just trying to fill a bit of time, you're boiling a kettle, you're making your porridge, you're waiting to pick up grandkids, you're whatever it is, if there is something that you could do, do that exercise and see how you get on. It's very soothing. If you're having a hard time, rather than just kind of getting stuck in yourself, get up and do the four corners and notice how it makes you feel. Okay, let's move on, folks. We'll do a little bit of a waist twist. So we begin with rowing your boat. So we bend the knees as we draw into the chest. Good. Easy movement. Now we add the twist of the waist. 1 and 2. And the other side. 1 and 2. Again, 1 and 2. Relax. The second time you can go a little bit further. Don't force it, but see how your body responds. Good. Now let's try one at a time. Ready? Left and right. We make fists and draw in towards the body as we twist. And then open the fists, release the arms as you swing to the other side. Good. So this is wringing out the organs. There's an expression, if you want to help your organs, look behind you. So you can look over your shoulder as you twist. Focus your eyes at the back. Good. And come forwards and relax down. Excellent. Let's come out of our stance. I find I get a bit dizzy doing that exercise, but if you just focus just at the end of the movement, focus your eyes, that helps you to not get quite so dizzy. Let's do a little bit of footwork. So we step to the side and we bring the other foot behind, step, behind, step, behind. Notice I'm not putting my foot all the way down at the back. I'm just going into what we call resting stance. So the heel remains lifted. Good. Okay. So now let's add a twist. We step and bring the foot behind and twist over the front leg. So you're twisting to the side that you're stepping. Another really nice wee exercise. It's wringing out your organs. We want to feel the twist all the way up through the structures. You can look over your shoulder. It's a nice wee aerobic exercise. It gets the heart going a little bit, but it's just a good exercise. It's very nice for giving everything a little stretch. Well done. And relax back to center. Let's do a little swing of the arms. A little bounce. And breathe. And change direction. All of this is Tai Chi. I know in the past I've had students who are going, yeah, can we get on with the Tai Chi bit, please? But warm up is also Tai Chi. Good, let's stretch out to the sides and let's open and close the chest. So especially in winter time, it's important not to forget to warm up, but always actually warm up is important. It's opening the structures and helping the oxygen in. It's helping the energy flow. And it's helping to release and shift any stagnation. Good, let's change direction. And warm up hugely reduces the risk of injury. So we really don't want to hurt ourselves as we're trying to look after ourselves in practice. So warm up is your friend, but it also contains the principles of Tai Chi. Good, let's move one at a time, please. My connection isn't great. You've actually frozen, but hopefully you can still see me. Keep moving, please. And change direction. Sorry about that, folks. It's the second time in 2 days. You know, we have fibre broadband now, and I don't know what's happening. Maybe lots of people are shopping online. But let's continue. Okay. Okay, so let's go forward for a few seconds. Apologies. And relax the arms down and just circle those shoulders. Good. Now, as I say, warm up is very much part of Tai Chi and will help your general body function. Change direction, please. If you're not feeling particularly awake, it will help wake your system. So it's a great thing to do to wake up the brain as well as the body. It helps to circulate the chi into the mind, so it helps us think clearly. Let's go one at a time, please, with the shoulders. So yeah, if you're wanting to do a wee bit of practice over the holidays, but if you don't have access to my videos, or if you just don't want to be faffing around playing something, you can do these exercises. Change direction, please. They're simple, they're straightforward, and you don't have to do them all. You can just do what you remember. See how much you remember, and then you can refer back to the videos later and see if you've missed anything, or if you've made up a new exercise. That happens too. Let's come back to center, please, and we're going to take a deep breath and lift up to your ears and let go. Breathing out, breathing in, lift. And let go. One more time. Breathe in, lift. And beautiful. Well done. Shaking out. Well, I think hopefully we're warm at this stage, says she, zipping up because I actually started warm and then got cold. So anyway, let us now have a wee look at our Phoenix in Graceful Clouds of Blessing. Maybe if I close the door, it'll help me stay warm. Okay, so just follow along as best you can, please. I'm actually going to do the front view first, so this will work your brains if you know the form. I'm going to do the mirrored view. So imagine I'm your mirror. This is your right. This is your left. You just copy what you see. Okay, let's try it. So we come over to your right. We have the heels together, the toes a little bit apart. We float up through the top of the head. The chin slightly down and back. We take a moment And allow yourself to calm down. Listen behind. Find all 10 fingers, gently press them down. Let's begin. Right hand scoops under, expand and step. Squash it down and expand, turning over the front leg. Release and step. Expand. Float over the rainbow and come in. Step, open the arms, look to the center of the palm and press. Step to the side. Flip your toes. Come under the arm. Along the line of the arm, make a circle, turn palms, and a half step. And I'm going to come a wee bit closer. Good. So we step back and roll the palms, pierce up, untwist, and square up, stretch, hands forwards, fill your back. Turn, turn, and scoop. Lift, right hand in fist, turn the palms over and ride your donkey. Relax down into the saddle, relax down into the feet, the stirrups. Step and pierce up. Untwist, push the heel out, square up, sit back, and bring the fist gently in front of heart. Release, circle, up and over. Square up, sit back. Good. Swimming dragon, big S shape. Cut the ball in half. Come underneath and scoop. Feeling up the back, over the top of the head, turn the toes, down the front. Scoop around the ball and check your balance. Sit back and down, stretch forwards and up. Open the hands wide. Left hand in fist, swallow down and step open. Float up and scoop. Turning the big ball. Scoop. Scoop. Step across. Step across. Turn the toes. Squash it down. Step back. Step back. Turn. Right over. Left over. And expand. Swing. Turn. Draw in. Chase the fist. Expand. Swing. Turn. Step. Chase the fist. Step back, expand, turn to the front, and breathe. Relaxing down to waist. Breathe, calm, relax. Point to the floor and close right. Very good. Well done. Little heel tap easing from your stance. Excellent, folks. Let's leave the Phoenix for now and we'll go on to the Immortals. We'll do the back view. We'll just go all the way through and see how you get on. Okay, are we ready? Let's float up. Relax down. Calm down. And begin. Sorry, my mistake. Let's do it again. I was doing the Phoenix. So this one has the left hand scoops under. Repeat, please. Check posture. Relax to center. And begin. Pluck, step to the left. Turn the toes, left hand plucks, right foot turns, pluck again and feed the weight back, bringing your left foot back, very good, into our fishing toes. Step, right hand forwards, step through center, turn, push the hands out, step down, I'm going to come back, keep circling, right hand facing in, okay? Step down, left hand down, right hand up, balance, step, right hand gathers, and step the right foot through. Circle back, and left side, squeeze, step back, right side, squeeze, step down, and open, gather, and down into the right, in, and take a breath. Resting level with the waistline, feeling into the lower dantian, the belly, calming down, point to the floor, close left. Very good. Very good. Gosh, we went through that quickly. So any questions, folks, or any comments? Is there any aspect of it you would like to look at today? Come and talk to me. I wasn't sure if the video had frozen there or if you just weren't moving. Yeah, is there anything that you feel needs work on that apart from the whole form? Remember, I need you to unmute, otherwise, no, if you don't, we'll just do it again. Do it again? Yeah, okay, up we get. Okay, so yeah, this time we'll go relatively slowly, but I'll try to say as little as possible so that you can get into the flow. And often I find that, you know, if I'm talking, it's useful, but it's also distracting you from your actual internal communication with what you're actually feeling. So feel your way. Don't worry if you make mistakes. It's perfectly normal. I'll tell you what, I'd like you to just have a little play yourself for a few seconds in preparation. I will pause the video. Good, okay. Just nearly got run over by a cat. So we've had a second to think about it. Let's try it again. We will perform the Phoenix or the Immortals, sorry. So often we say the first time for your memory, the second time for your body, the third time for your spirit. But we did Phoenix once, so we'll do Immortals first time for memory and second time for body and spirit. Let's give it a go. Let's bring the heels together, please. Let's float up and calming down. Lengthening the fingers down. Ready, start. Pluck right, step left. Turn toes, pluck left, feed the weight back, pluck right. And and we'll try the jump. Very good. Very well done. So Master Lock suggests that we stand before and after our practice. And it's a jolly good idea, but it would really make for like a 2-hour video. We do a half stand before our class and a half stand after our class together. But if you have time, I'd encourage you to do a little stand now. It doesn't have to be half an hour, even just a few minutes before you go about your day. Just in neutral, in Wuji, checking posture, following your breath, following your heartbeat, just listening and letting go. And it deepens the relaxation. It continues to keep the energy gates open so that all the benefit of what we've just done resonates deeper. It's like giving a soundboard to a guitar. So our practice is plucking the strings. Our standing practice is the resonating chamber that allows that resonance to last longer and come deeper. So please do give yourself time, if you can, before and after your class, even just for a few minutes before you tune in and after you finish with me, to get more of those benefits. If you have a half hour, brilliant. Do it. Good. So let's do a little warm down now, please. Gently turn, patting your body. Just breathing, listening, noticing how your system feels now. Let's go down to the legs. Cup your hands, please. Lower legs. Sorry, continue while I blow my nose. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Yep, keep going. Not just the energy gates that open, it's the sinuses open as well. Let's go up the body as well, up to the shoulders. Good. And let's lift the arm. Lift the arm. So when we turn to the right, we lift the right arm and we pat underneath to the armpit where all those lovely lymph glands are to help fight infection. Good. Keep us strong. Good. Let's go down the body again. And while we're at it, working on lymph glands, let's rub together. And we'll do a little cup to the elbow crease. And to the other side. Quite 9 times. Thereabouts, rub again. Let's open the stance like a little Charlie Chaplin, turning the toes out a little bit. Find the crease of your legs, and with a chopping action, 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 is enough, but we're doing a little bit more. Rub again, and now we'll go to the backs of the knees. So we bend the knees a little bit, lean forwards, and cupped hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, and relax. So that's a little bit of work for the immune system. Let's do a few heel taps. Let everything go nice and floppy. Good, and stand. Listen to your body, please. Feel the tingling, the vibration of energy. Breathe into it. Good, and let's cover center. Hug your elbows gently in. Breathing into your belly. Feeling the touch of your hands, guiding your awareness, guiding your energy back to center. Feel your energy is stronger. Beautiful. Well done today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to wish you a very happy and pleasant Christmas, Winterfest, whatever it is you celebrate. Stay warm, keep practicing. And what about just as soon as you turn off this recording, you do a wee stand just to really enjoy and listen and experience the subtle play of what you've just done, processing and integrating into your system. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Let's salute. 学生好. You can say 老师好, and I will see you next time. Thank you.